Hello everyone, sending you good wishes on World Environment Day. The vitality and diversity of Earth's ecosystems are the basis of our survival and well-being. With a global population crossing 7 billion and the power of science and technology expanding, the impact of human beings on the natural environment occurs at a variety of spatial and temporal scales. Most natural ecosystems are converted into residential, agricultural, or industrial land. Invasive species destroy vulnerable species in many ecosystems. The structure and functioning of original ecosystems have been destroyed, and hardly any ecosystems on the Earth's surface is free from pervasive human influence. Ecosystem degradation can lead to global warming, climate change, and many more natural disasters like water crisis, food shortage, biodiversity loss, species extinction, and it could lead to increase in many zoonotic diseases like COVID. United Nations Environment Program has over the years initiated many efforts to protect environment by inspiring, informing, and enabling nations and peoples to improve their quality of life without compromising that of future generations. This year's observance of World Environment Day will be on the theme of ecosystem restoration, as 2021 to 2030 is declared as the UN Decade of Ecosystem Restoration. The focus now is on ecosystems, which are the most impacted by human activities like wetlands, grasslands, forests, mountains, oceans, urban areas, farmlands, coastal areas, etc. Let's understand more about it.
We live on a blue planet with oceans and seas, covering more than 70% of the Earth. Oceans feed us, regulate our climate, and generate most of the oxygen we breathe. They underpin key sectors of the economy such as tourism and fisheries. And they harbor biodiversity from whales to plankton in habitats from sunlit reefs to polar oceans. Despite their importance, oceans and coasts face unprecedented threats. Millions of tons of plastic waste are entering the world's oceans and harming creatures including seabirds, turtles, and crabs. Climate change is damaging coral reefs and other key ecosystems. People are cutting too much wood from mangroves and clearing them for fish farms and other activities. Overfishing is threatening the stability of fish stocks. Nutrient pollution is contributing to the creation of dead zones, and nearly 80% of the world's wastewater is discharged without treatment. Restoring oceans and coasts means reducing the pressure on those ecosystems so they can recover both naturally and by reseeding or transplanting key species. It also means understanding how to make both ecosystems and communities more resilient in the face of global change. For instance, governments and communities need to make fishing sustainable. Pollutants must be treated before they reach the ocean, and solid waste like plastics kept out completely. Growing coastal cities should protect, not replace, coastal ecosystems. And coral reefs, mangroves, and seagrasses must be carefully managed and actively restored so that oceans continue to support billions of livelihoods globally. Mobilize all ages to gather the masses of household waste and abandoned fishing gear that wash up on our beaches and shores. Recycle plastics and other materials to keep them out of landfill. Stop using avoidable and unnecessary plastic products. Protect and restore coastal ecosystems including salt marshes, mangroves, coral reefs, sea breeze, meadows and shellfish beds to boost their diversity and the habitats and benefits they provide.
Forests and trees make Earth livable as they provide us with clean air and water, stores vast amounts of carbon, regulates climate, house the planet's biodiversity, and support livelihoods of billions of people. Forest ecosystems are under intense pressure from the rising human population and its hunger for more land and resources. Globally, we are losing about 4.7 million hectares of tropical forest every year because of frequent forest fires, logging, firewood cutting, pollution, introduction to invasive pests, and requirement for agricultural, residential, and other infrastructural developments. Restoring forest ecosystem involves returning trees to former forest land and improving the condition of degraded forests. It's important to plant and nurture the right tree at the right time and place for best benefits. Conserving the native plants and animal species, protecting the soil and water sources, removing invasive species, practicing sustainable farming practices to reduce the pressure on forests, and involving the indigenous tribal population in forest management can help restore this vital ecosystem.
Farmland ecosystem. Farms feed us. They provide economic, environmental, and socio-cultural benefits. There are about 570 million farmlands in the world, and they are our most vital ecosystems to sustain humankind. Importance. Farmlands supply us with food, fodder, and fiber. Arable fields and pastures host a bewildering variety of organisms, from bats and birds to beetles and worms. Farmlands are very important for various reasons. They provide open spaces, remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, slow down surface runoff, reduce soil erosion and flooding, protect our national security, support our economy, create jobs, and also help local communities. Problems. Farmlands are rapidly disappearing due to various reasons. Some of the major problems are clearing of agricultural lands for construction of highways, housing, factories, and other urban needs, intensive cultivation with modern agricultural techniques, use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and monoculture, techniques like shifting cultivation, poor water management, and overgrazing. All these activities have led to reduction in soil fertility, change in nutrient value of soil, salination, as well as barren agricultural lands. Restoration. Restoration of degraded agricultural lands is achieved through several agroeconomic and biological techniques. Some of the restoration methods are use of sustainable agricultural practices, organic manures and mineral fertilizers, crop rotations, agroforestry, cover crops, shelter belts, and reduced tillage, integrating crops and trees with livestock rearing, alliance between farmers and pastoralists, adoption of biodiversity-based agricultural practices. All these methods can bring the farmlands back into productivity and save them from further destruction.
Peatlands are terrestrial wetland ecosystems in which waterlogged conditions prevent plant material from fully decomposing. Consequently, the production of organic matter exceeds its decomposition, which results in a net accumulation of peat. Peatlands are vital superpowered ecosystems, though they cover only 3% of the world's land. They store nearly 30% of its soil carbon. They provide vital services such as controlling water supplies, preventing floods and droughts, and housing rare plants and animals that can only survive in these unique environments. They also supply food, fuel, fiber, and other local products that sustain economies. Despite their importance, peatlands around the world are being drained and converted for agriculture, infrastructure development, mining, and oil and gas exploration. They are also degraded by fire or grazing and nitrogen pollution. Damaged peatlands are major source of greenhouse gas emission, annually releasing almost 6% of global anthropogenic carbon dioxide emission. It's high time we understand the importance of peatland and adopt methods to conserve them. Countries are encouraged to include peatland restoration in their commitments to global international agreements. We can restore peatlands by planting species of vegetation such as native grasses and mosses, promoting alternate energy sources to reduce demand for peat as fuel. Peatlands protection and restoration is definitely a high impact nature based solution for both climate action and biodiversity.
We are the generation that can make peace with nature. Restoring ecosystems could lead to the achievement of all 17 of the Sustainable Development Goals and take our development to the next level where we can live healthier, sustainable, and purposeful lives. Let's be active, let's be bold, let's be sensible to the voices that we hear from nature. This